What's going on, guys? We're gonna be just doing a real quick little video showing my buddy here how to duplicate stuff and, you know, basically get whatever you want on Fallout 4 without having to use mods. You get unlimited EXP, money, crafting supplies. So Chris, let me know whenever you're ready and we'll go from there. Because I changed my HUD.
Since we talked, I'm feeling
Yeah, you can change you can make it whatever color you want in the settings.
prepared for the future.
Okay, and you already accessed the workshop, so you can do whatever you want here, right? Pretty much you can craft stuff. Okay, all right. Well, look, all you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to memorize what I'm about to show you. Now, get out of your workshop and basically pick up whatever you want to duplicate, whether it be like, all right, let's say I've only got, all right, my adhesive, because adhesive is really valuable. I've got 173 adhesive, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it in my inventory, and then I'm going to pull up my Pip-Boy and I'm going to drop that loot on the ground. As you can see, they're in different bottles because I've already duplicated it before. But what you're going to want to do is, and I do this right in front of the workshop, that way I can just access the workshop and turn right around. But you're going to want to go to it, and you're going to press, your square is your scrap. But you're going to want to hold that down. You're going to want to hold that down and slide your finger across. See, but anyway, this is what I'm doing with my thumb. I'm just sliding it across, but once you do it and you see the two menus pop up like that, you know that you've done it correctly. But see, you're just going to want to go to it, and it looks like you're going to scrap, but you're going to hold it down and slide across. And if it doesn't work, just release circle. But you'll know you've done it right whenever that menu pops up. You just hold down circle and you press X while you're still holding down circle. And what that'll do is it'll scrap the material you have, and then it'll store it in the workshop to where you're duplicating that item. Now you have two of that item. So you can just go up to it, hold down square, slide it. You hold down square, slide your thumb over, and once, and you know you'll done it right whenever you've got that two menus that pop over each other. Hold down circle, or keep holding down circle and just press X to scrap both of those items. Now once you get that down, let me know and we'll go from there. I'll show you how to do the next. I'll tell you about that later. Just get that duplication down, because you have to get that whole slide your thumb thing over to do all of the other glitches that I'm going to show you. So once you get that duplication down, you're pretty much golden from there. You'll know you've done it right whenever those two menus pop up over each other. Oh, hey, Daniel, check it out. Or, yeah, whatever, Daniel. I got some new rounds. I got Teflon tip for my 357. Yeah. Those will go through standard issue body armor. Not like it matters. Okay. Well, once you start doing that glitch, after you do it properly the first time, you should have 4. And then you'll have, it'll start doubling itself from there. And the more you do the glitch, the easier it is, because you'll start duplicating a whole bunch of stuff rather than just 1 or 2 items. Like, for instance here, for other viewers and whatnot, Chris, you keep trying that, but like I can go over to my workshop and I can go to transfer, and I'll pull out my copper, for instance. And I've got like 10,000 copper, but because I have so much of that, I can drop it on the ground, and of course you can see the different duplicates. But the top duplicate I have is like a ridiculous amount to where the game doesn't even register it as an actual number. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. But once I scrap all of these, I'm gonna have like 20,000 copper. And like I said, you know you've done it right. You know you've got the slide correctly whenever you see the two menus pop up on top of each other. This is the more in-depth video, because the video I watched, or that I learned this from, it didn't have you actually showing what to do with your thumbs. And now you're just going to hold down square and you're going to slide it across real quick to circle and hold down circle. And once those two menus pop up, you'll keep holding down, but you'll just push your thumb down and hit that X button to scrap it. But now whenever we go into my workshop, if I can learn how to do it, I'll go to my junk and I'll go down to copper, and I have 208,000 copper rather than, you know what I mean, my normal. Like just a second ago I had 104,000, and now I've got 208. And that works with anything. Like, alright, ceramic, I've got 377. So we'll pick that up. We're going to drop it on the ground. I like to stay right here by it, because when you get to duplicating stuff, you weigh too much to walk around, so you're going to stay right next to your workshop. Get it? And like I said, you just... And you know you've done it right. It's weird holding my hand like that. But here, let me try to get right here so you can see. On the arrows? No. What do you mean? No, I'm doing it on the buttons. Like, look, you can see, like, I hold my controller backwards. I'm holding down square to scrap, and then I'm sliding it across to circle, and I'm keeping it held down. And once you do that, you can see that the two menus have popped up, and that's how you know you've done it correctly. From there, you just put it up. And once again, you're just sliding your thumb across from square. You're holding down square on the item, and you're sliding it across real quick to circle and holding down circle. And then you're just pressing X from there. Okay, now I had 377 ceramic last time, and now that I've done that right there, go to ceramic and I have 754. Double what I just had. Once you do that over and over, your duplication starts getting bigger, to where instead of duplicating 300, you're duplicating 10,000. Then you're ridiculous. And then all you have to do is get your companions, like make sure that you've got your... Yeah, you can kind of do stem packs, but it won't matter, Chris, because once I show you, like, once you can do that, you can literally keep a whole bunch of you can duplicate a whole bunch of adhesive, right? And adhesive doesn't weigh anything. You could keep a whole bunch of adhesive on you and just buy whatever merchants have to sell just by trading them that. So, in a way, you have an unlimited amount of caps because you have an unlimited amount of resources. Like, adhesive weighs 0.01 pounds or something. You carry that on you, a whole bunch of that, dude, and you can have whatever you want. Just buy a whole bunch of stem packs. Alright. Junk. Yes, junk. All your crafting supplies that you're going to want to... Yeah. All your crafting supplies that you want to duplicate are going to be underneath your junk. Yeah, you drop them on the ground. Then you go into that workshop mode where you can scrap and store stuff, and then you just do that little slide like I showed you. Once you have that down, you can go to your workshop menu, and you can go to stores. I like to use weapons. I go to weapons, and I go to this one. You have to have rank 2 of local leader first. So you're going to want to level up and put those 2 down in charisma on local leader. But once you've done that, you can set this workshop that you have to have 1,000 caps to set it down. But once you set it down, you're good. You don't have to pay that 1,000 caps anymore. And then you just go over to it and you do the same little thing. You slide your thumb over. And what it'll do is it'll give you 500 caps, or it'll store 500 caps, and then it'll store that workshop to where you can set that workshop down again, do the same glitch, storing another 500. Storing another 500. You can rinse, lather, and repeat. Okay. Well, that's half of it. To pick it up, yeah, you have to go in your workshop menu. Hold down your touchscreen and go into the workshop menu where you can craft stuff and whatnot. And then look at it. And whenever you look at it, it should say press square to scrap, right? Okay, now that's when you do the thumb slide. And you'll know you did it right whenever it pops up 2 menus instead of 1. It'll have one overlapping the other. Now practice that for a minute until you get it right. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, viewers. Sorry about that. I got to use the bathroom. Alright, pardon me for the absence. Did you get it figured out, Chris? Were you able to get it once or twice? And once you learn that whole little slide, you're golden from there. Everything is the exact same. Because that's how you duplicate everything. And once you can duplicate everything, you basically can, you know, have what you want. Well, you can, like, when it comes to the crafting items, yes. Whenever you use that on, like, an item, like a weapon, or like a typewriter, or like a microscope or something, what you're going to do if you do that move with it, you're going to get the components, the base components of it, that, like, it says, alright, if you scrap it, you're going to get 2 this, 2 that, and some of this. Well, you're going to end up storing that item and getting the parts from it. So what I like to do is at my workshops and stuff, I like to drop all my stuff on the floor and scrap it once normally. That way I've broke everything down to the base traits. And then I start duplicating the base traits. That way I can build more stuff. And that makes it easier than having to duplicate, like, alright, you're pulling some off of it, but you still got another one in storage, which is cool because you got the stuff from it, but you still have one. I go ahead and I drop everything down to its base traits, and then I duplicate it. That way you don't have random shit you've got, no. So you're definitely going to want to, when you're crafting stuff, tag the items that you want and that you don't have at your workshop. Like tag adhesive, aluminum, you know, gold if you need gold and you don't have any gold at your workshop. Tag stuff like that and pick up a few items when you're out doing missions. Okay, so go over to your workbench, your weapons workbench or something like that, and well, go anywhere. Like, you could go over to the power armor crafting station if you want. Just go somewhere and try to craft something that you can't. Like, here, let's see. Let's see, I need... Well, see, I've already crafted all my shit to where, like, I don't need anything anymore. So I've already duplicated all my stuff. But, like, once you try to craft something that you don't have the components for, it's like, oh, well, you need 6 of these and you only have 4 of it. I believe if you press triangle, it will put a little magnifying glass next to that item. And it'll tag items that have that component in them. Like if you like let's say you need gears, so you tag gears. Whenever you're out and about, if you come across a toaster, whenever you go to it, it's gonna have one of those magnifying glasses next to it, which is letting you know, hey, this has a component that you need. You don't smoke with me, bitch. That ain't true. I just show you glitches online. Well, I'm gonna go do a mission while you're doing that. But you basically have the whole little slide down, right? Okay, well that's basically all you need. Now all you have to do is just get the components you need to duplicate. So while you're out doing missions and stuff, make sure you get stuff that have gold, have the components you need, stack them up, and then once you bring them back to Sanctuary and you break them down to their base components, start duplicating those components. And you can do that with everything, Chris. And if you'll look at this YouTube video that's going to be uploaded that I just sent you, you'll be able to see how I did the stores. And that's once you've got those 2 perks, though. But basically, if you can duplicate whatever you want crafting-wise, you can take a whole bunch of adhesive with you on the road and just buy and trade and get, you know, caps from merchants and get, you know what I mean? You could just sell them, even if they don't have anything you want, you could just sell them the adhesive for all the money they got and just take their money with you. You can stock up on ammo, stim packs, everything that way. All you got to do is just go back to your place and duplicate some adhesive. I always say adhesive because adhesive, you duplicate a whole bunch of that, it doesn't weigh a whole lot, and you can carry a whole bunch of it, so you can use it to sell. Duct tape. Duct tape is one of the easiest things to find adhesive with. Every time you find a roll of duct tape or some of that Wonder Glue, super glue shit, grab them, put them in your inventory, and then take them back to Sanctuary and scrap them. And you'll bring them back to the base traits, which is going to be adhesive. And then once you get that adhesive, bro, just start duplicating it like I showed you. And then just get it to where you've got like 2,000 or 3,000 of it, bro. Just keep duplicating. Spend like 20 minutes duplicating just that. And then you can keep like fucking like 20 pounds of adhesive on you, and you could just use that to sell and buy whatever you want anytime you come across anybody. But alright, that's the shiitake stream, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if y'all want me to check out any more glitches and stuff. But I hope this video was useful.